Turn it up, let it start. From block to block, we snatching hearts and jacking marks. And some say my criminal experience is legendary. I do what's necessary. Niggas wanna see me worry. If you coming hurry, I ain't going down. Fuck the world, I'm a thug. Tell them can't nothing stop me but a slug. I'm from drug dealer to a shot caller. From up the block, no longer rockin'. Putting money in my pocket, next to my baller. Bitch nigga, I'm prepared to die before I fry.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Toke. It is August 30th. We're almost out of this month. If you're keeping track of the weather, it's hot. It's still as hot as balls here in Arizona, but you got to feel for those people in Houston, man. They got hit by a Hurricane Harvey, because everyone knows, and it's been pretty. The photos and the footage from Houston is pretty. It's just some scary I don't even know how to explain it. It's just some scary apocalyptic type shit. You know what I mean? Like super flooded. Everything's flooded. You know, people are kind of. You know, besides trying to survive, there's also, it's also survival instinct, right? And people are doing something, whatever they got to do to survive for themselves and their family. So it's a scary thing going on over there. Luckily, everyone that I know that lives in that area is okay. So it's good to hear and everything. I hope everyone, that's over there gets out okay and healthy and alive and safe and can find a way to rebuild if they so choose to. But it always weirded me out that a lot of places stay. I mean, Houston's not one of those places, right? They don't normally get hit with crazy stuff. This is the first hurricane in a very long time, I think. I want to say like a decade that it's actually hit them. So they don't get this all the time. But places like the Dust Bowl and places that get tornadoes constantly and hurricanes constantly, it always weirded me out that people stay and rebuild. And you always got to wonder, what the motivation is behind that. And I think it's always to me it seems like it's the same story every time. It's we live here and we're not gonna let something like that push us out of here, and this is where we built our lives. When me personally, I'd have been like say what? No, I'm out. And think about New Orleans too. When Hurricane Katrina hit, a lot of people left, and I was talking to a buddy of mine. He was like, "Well, because New Orleans sucks," and I'm like, "I don't think it sucks." You ever been there? I'm like, nope. But from what I've seen on TV, it seems they're having a pretty damn good time. So, but no, apparently a lot of people left there too, and I don't blame them. If people feel compelled to leave places like these, I don't blame them. Maybe start, it's a new start elsewhere. And that's the one thing about. And I might have told the story once or twice, but when I was a kid, my father started his own business, his own company. It was two choices of territory that he was going to go take over. It was either Oklahoma or Arizona. So he asked somebody, like, hey, what's the difference? Well, Oklahoma gets tornadoes. And what's Arizona get? Arizona's just fucking hot. And he told my mom that, and my mom was like, I guess we're going to Arizona. Because my mom does not do natural disasters. I used to live in LA. I lived in LA and other parts of California for a couple years here or there. And earthquakes were not good. Like to my mom hates earthquakes, so we ended up leaving, and then we've been in Arizona for quite a while, over 20 years easily, and I don't know. I like it here, which is weird because a lot of people don't because of the heat, because there might be parts of it that are boring, stuff like that. But I don't find it that way at all. I think it's only boring if you let it be that way. Plus I'm kind of a boring guy, ish, right? Like. I get up, I go to work, I do a show while I'm driving to work, like right now, especially because I'm stuck in traffic. And, I get out of work, I chill out for an hour or so, maybe do another show with my boy Ash. And then I go work out, do CrossFit, do the CrossFit, the strength and conditioning stuff, or weight cut, depending on what I'm doing at that time, with jiu-jitsu. And then I train jiu-jitsu. I might work out again after that, depending, and I go home, eat a small dinner, and I go to bed. Like, that's literally my day every day, except for maybe weekends. Weekends are always a little different, obviously. I don't work on weekends, so it's a little different. But regardless, I like it here. Anyway, real quick, shout out to the boy Ash Lamprey of the Heel Hook Show, the fearless leader of the Heel Hook Show. We did an episode yesterday. We were talking about McGregor Mayweather, and we kind of broke it down, and then we ended up going to totally non-MMA place. So definitely, if you guys can give that a listen, that'd be awesome. Follow him at Ashley Lamprey. It's ASHLEY LAMPREY. And then you can also follow the Heel Hook Show. It's at the Heel Hook. I believe it's at the Heel Hook or at the Heel Hook Show. I think it's at the Heel Hook, so check it out. Follow them, and then and please subscribe to the channel because we do a lot of shows on there. We do at least twice a week, so. And then it does a lot of work. And shout out to Lils who does a lot of the background work on there. She does amazing work, and yeah, shout out to her for sure. Anyway, so this is the Morning Toke. This is what comes up in my brain first thing in the morning. It's a little non-MMA-ish, of course, for right now with the Houston thing, but also they were talking about the Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers. If you guys don't know, Kyrie Irving asked for a trade a few months ago, or no, about a month and a half ago actually, not a month and a half, and they obliged them to send him to the Celtics, which is weird. You don't send a superstar player, or at least a star player, if you want to make up the difference between those two, to a conference rival, right? So they did that, and now they found out that the guy they got back, which is Isaiah Thomas, is a little more banged up than they thought he was, and now they want more compensation. They're talking about they want a late first-round pick, and it's hilarious because at first they wanted Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, two young players with quite a bit of upside, and the Celtics are just screw that. Here's the thing: right now it's a proposed and accepted trade. It hasn't not accepted. It's proposed and agreed upon trade. It's not 100%. So I'm sitting here going, "Come on, Cavs, just cancel this shit, make this awkward, fuck it." But I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they'll just take whatever the Celtics will give up in the end. They're gonna have to just take whatever they can give up because Danny Ainge is a stingy motherfucker. All right, he ain't giving up shit for no reason. So that's to me that's hilarious. Of course, tonight Keyboard Warriors tonight, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Fred Kirby, District of Acaba, and whoever we can scrounge up to jump on if they still feel like it. We'll be talking about Mayweather McGregor, just unpacking the outsides of it. Of course, for the Brendan Schaub, Nate Diaz thing last night. Also, any other stories are coming out. For instance, Ngannou has officially been pulled from UFC 215 due to JDS testing positive, and no one can find a replacement. Of course, they're not going to find a short time, a short notice replacement. Like, hey man, you want to fight this giant monster on like a week's notice or 2 weeks' notice? Who are you going to get to accept that shit? Yeah, hell no, nobody. So, yeah, no, he's off the card completely, which sucks. Now that card's down to Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko and Demetrius Johnson and Ray Borg. That fight, the heavyweight fight, was pretty much, to a lot of people, considered to be a title eliminator. Basically, when it gets a title shot against Stipe, right? Which is wild to think that Stipe and Jon Jones was being talked about for UFC in Detroit. That's fucking crazy, right? We could have had Ngannou versus Jon Jones, which is one of the matches I want to see. It'd be like the Hulk against a little evil green dude from fucking Avengers. So I think that'd be fucking funny to see. So that's one of those fights that sucks that fell through. And I'm not completely convinced that JDS cheated. I'm not. So it started making everything a little tougher. As they should. It's kind of their job. It's the reason they came. The UFC brought him in, but a lot of people hating on USADA now, like hating hard, especially with the Jon Jones news. They're hating hard. Here's the thing about Jon Jones, though. He's kind of trying to make himself the victim because that happened, and he didn't say shit on Twitter or anything else for a while, and then he tweets the other day. He tweets something to the effect of, now I know who my real friends are and shit like that, something like that. And it's just like, bruh, don't make yourself the victim here. You cheated, man. Like, that whole fool me once, fool me twice thing. It's like, how many times are you gonna have tainted supplements? That makes no sense. How many times are you gonna have dick pills? That makes no sense. Like, cut the shit, dude. Be fucking honest with the fact that you're a piece of shit. If you are a piece of shit, you know what I mean? But don't worry, the USADA's gonna handle that shit. Please believe. Once and it's been confirmed supposedly. But I don't have the, don't take it from me. I don't have the official fucking paperwork or anything. But he was flagged. And he hasn't been like suspended or stripped yet. Once that whole investigation is done, then we'll know for sure if he cheated. If that shit comes out that he did it, that I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That shit's on purpose. He's done it too many fucking times now. It's like stupid now. It's ridiculous now how much shit this kid's put himself through. He's ruined his own career, by the way. Especially because he's up for a suspension between 2 and 4 years. 2 and 4 years. And it's in the state of California. whose athletic commission is way tougher and stricter than Nevada State Athletic Commission. Please believe if Mayweather McGregor was in LA, that 8-ounce glove shit wouldn't have happened, because they're not fucking around over there in California. Hell, the fight might not have happened in California. They'd have been like, what? Wait a minute, you want to put an 0-0 fighter against a 49-0 fighter? Yeah, we're not doing that. You know, kick rocks, motherfucker, you know? So, yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, and so it's going to be a tough one for Mr. Jon Jones. He's going to have to find a way to prove that something was tainted or whatever the hell he wants to call it. You know, and yeah, I mean, it sucks because he's, you know, people consider him one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest. But it's self-inflicted wounds, man. I have no pity for you, straight up. You know, and then DC says something like, I'm gonna have to, you know, remind people what the light heavyweight title's about. You know, if he gets it back, it's like, all right, and he's probably gonna get it back. Let's be honest. You know, Jon Jones probably gonna get stripped. DC's gonna remain the champion. People are gonna hate DC for that. You know, but that's just weird. I don't get that shit. Like, to villainize Daniel Cormier because Jon Jones is a sack of shit and keeps cheating and doing a bunch of stuff, you know, a bunch of stuff he shouldn't be doing, and basically sabotaging his own career. It's not DC's fault. But I get the fact that people think, you know, they don't like him because he comes off as fake, he comes off as a little pandery, you know, and it's, and, you know, everyone relates to Jon Jones because, like, oh, everyone fucks up once in a while. Like, yeah, I get that once in a while. You know what I mean? But there's a difference between someone that fucks up, you know, that makes a mistake, and someone that's a consistent fuck up. Jon Jones is a consistent fuck up. Consistent. He consistently fucks up. He needs to get his ass out of Albuquerque and New York. Just go somewhere fucking else, man. Maybe he's, you know, if his career even continues, maybe take your ass to Canada and go train with Faraz Sahabi or something. You know what I mean? Go somewhere where you're not going to get yourself in deep shit. Although he's one of those guys that probably attracts garbage, you know what I mean? He just attracts shitty people, so it's a shitty situation there, for sure. Other things about MMA related, I don't really have a lot, to be honest with you. This weekend we got Volkan against Struve. Struve maybe making his comeback this week. It's kind of a weak card. Yes, let's be honest. It's a pretty weak card. But, you know, what do you expect coming back from Mayweather McGregor? You know, people aren't going to drop a bunch of money for a UFC pay-per-view that's going to have a bunch of names on it. And then to have a fight night, you know, with like a big fight night, kind of doesn't make sense. But you know, the UFC's coming back nice and slow. They're coming in soft, and they're gonna move their, you know, work their way up with a UFC 215. I think another couple fight nights in between that and 216. So it's gonna be a weird month in MMA in the month of September, but it's also going to be, you know, pretty good. It's going to feel good to get back to just MMA and stop talking about boxing so damn much, you know. Although Andre Berto wants to try MMA, you know what, dude? Be our guest, please do it. Aljamain Sterling's like, hey, let me do it. Bring him in. I'll do it. I'll fight him. Of course, you're gonna fuck him up, dude. It'll be takedown and ground and pound city, fucking over. Andre Berto's got no business in MMA. You know what I mean? I don't know what makes him think that there's a big payday for him here, but there's really not. So, yeah. The only way you're going to get a lot of people from boxing to watch MMA as far as a boxer coming over is going to be like a Mayweather or a Golovkin or a Canelo. And, you know, I know none of those guys are stupid enough to get in the fucking cage. So, yeah, that's, we can let that go. But Andre Berto, you know, nice job trying to, you know, getting your name in the headlines again. And someone, Ash told me, I think it was Ash told me yesterday on the Heel Hook show, he told me that Paulie dude, who I'm so glad we're going to be done talking about pretty soon here, that Paulie Malignaggi, or however his name is however you say his last name, he was just like, oh, you know, I want to fight Conor McGregor and all sort of stuff, and I think Helwani was just like, oh, you'll fight him in MMA? And Paulie goes, I don't need the money that bad. And I'm like, yeah, because fucking Conor will fuck you up, son. That being said, what is the next fight? Gotta be the Nate Diaz fight, right? And I'm actually working on one of those list pieces of top 5 pieces for Conor McGregor, and it should be out sometime this week. The top 5 fights for Conor McGregor to come back to. And Nate Diaz is in there, Tony Ferguson's in there. Tony Ferguson one would be kind of funky. They both got weird, you know, movement and stuff like that, and Tony adds a little bit of flavor to his ground game especially, but it'd be a weird fight. It'd be a good fight, but I'd have Conor in that one. You know, Khabib can't even stay healthy or make weight, so that dude's got a lot to think about. The Kevin Lee fight would be interesting. because Kevin Lee is he's fun to watch, to be honest with you. He's a fucking tough dude. He's kind of wild too when he gets going. But I don't know. I mean, he could. I don't know. Maybe he could beat McGregor. Who knows? I think a lot of people get in the cage with McGregor and just get like, oh shit, what the fuck? But if you get him coming off a loss, even to the Mayweather, even to in a boxing match, you get him coming off a loss, you probably feel a little bit, more confident taking on McGregor when he's coming off a loss than anything. But I wouldn't, because McGregor don't take losses sitting down. Let's be honest. So I mean, to me, the most ideal fight is the Nate Diaz fight, because the trilogies, quote unquote money fight. WME is all about money. They'll make that fight and get some, try to cash out on it, and it'll be for the title. Please believe it'll be 155 for the title. They don't give a shit about fair. Besides, the rankings are bullshit. Let's be honest, okay? A lot of people are gonna be like, "That's not fucking fair, man. There's 5 guys above Nate." Yeah, I get it, but here's what people need to stop. They need to understand this one thing, okay? The UFC is not about fair anymore. It's not about the sport. The UFC is about money, making money fights, getting people, selling pay-per-views. That's what it's about. I mean, why the fuck do you think all these the money belt, the money fight with Mayweather was about? It wasn't about fucking the actual sport of boxing. It was about fucking making money. We got swindled at $400 million plus. Fucking Dana White said, I think yesterday or last night, that the pay-per-view did 6.5 million buys, murdering the old record that was Mayweather Pacquiao, which is like 4.6 or something like that. Over 6 million buys. What the fuck? You know what I mean? So I wonder how many of those actually didn't even work. Though it'd be kind of funny to find out. But those are the early numbers. Who knows what the fucking final number is gonna be? But it's about money fights, man. That's what everyone wants to do, a super fight between DJ and Dillashaw. DJ and TJ or whatever wants to do a super fight there. That's why we're getting GSP versus Bisping, because for somebody fucking thinks that that's going to be a money fight, and it's fucking not. Please believe it's not a fucking money fight. You're bringing GSP back 4 years later. It's not. No one knows who he is right now. You got a new audience, to be honest with you. You really do. I mean, the hardcores are going to know. I know who GSP is. I mean, I don't mind watching him. I don't really care to see him fight Bisping. But, at least I know who he is. All these new fans are like, who the fuck is GSP? They're not going to pay to watch him. I mean, you're gonna have to tell them who he is, and you're going to have to keep throwing one of the best ever. You're going to have to promote and fucking sell the shit out of GSP to make this a money fight. And even then, it's not a money fight. I don't care what anyone says. It's not a money fight. It's not even a super fight. It's the current 185 champion taking on the former 170 champion. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And goddamn it, I hope it makes enough money, because Bisping deserves it. Let's be honest. I think Bisping deserves it. 10 years of fighting roid heads, you finally become champion, and then you still haven't made $1 million payday. It's like, hey man, it's about time. It's about time we do this shit right. So, it's kind of my take on that. Anything else I want to throw in here? I can't fucking think of shit right now. Traffic's up, motherfuckers. I'm trying to just get through it and get to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, don't forget tonight, Keyboard Warriors presented by Rep Crossbones MMA. That's right, represent. Still got our back. Always rolling hard with us, repping hard, doing their thing, and they're helping us do our thing. So make sure you go to repcrossbonesmma.com, order yourself some Represent gear, and you get yourself some cool gear, and you help us out at the same time. Everyone wins. So really appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, shout out to Spices Pros. If you guys, we had 2 winners for our Madden 18 giveaway, and they were pretty happy with their games, I believe. So shout out to them. I think he was DQ'd for soccer kicks and Days Craze, something like that. Apologize for forgetting your screen name, dog, but I've been doing a million things lately, so I forgot. Apologize. But SpicesPros.com is actually working with us on another giveaway here. I think it's going to be after UFC 215. It's going to be MMA related, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to work on that, see how that goes. Yeah. So, yeah, shout out SpicesPros.com. Shout out RepCrossbonesMMA.com. And remember, tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, myself, Jesse Rubalcaba, Fred Kirby, on the Keyboard Warriors, unpacking everything that was Mayweather McGregor, and all your MMA news or current events for this week. And Wednesdays is the breaking news day, so we might get lucky today, alright? You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful night, depending on where you are on the planet. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Have a wonderful day. Catch you guys in the next one. See ya.